What's up, good people of YouTube? It's me, Chavez. I'm back with another MLB player prop video for you. Today is Thursday, August 3rd, 2023. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. We're kicking things off by recapping plays from yesterday, and then we're diving into the Prizepicks board because I have a lot of plays I want to share with you today. So if all that sounds good, I encourage you to stick around, drop a like, sub up, click the notification icon to get notified of all upcoming content and videos from me and the channel. And without further delay, let's get into those plays from yesterday. All right, just a sip of coffee to get things going. Perfect day yesterday, man. Perfect day. Whether you want to look at this as a 3-0 day or a 4-0 day, we were perfect on the day. We had 0 losses. So let's talk about these plays. Gerrit Cole goes over 7.5 strikeouts, finishes the game with 8. Starts off by giving up a home run in the first inning, 2-run homer in the first inning. Yankees actually come back and beat the Rays. Scored quite a few runs yesterday, and Gerrit Cole shut it down the rest of the game. So 8 strikeouts for Gerrit Cole. Really strong game for him. And then we took the over on Adley Rutschman fantasy score. Now this prop got taken off the board, then got put back on the board. So for a while, the only prop that you could play were his hits, runs, and RBIs. So either one of those would have worked for you, but we took his fantasy score. That goes over. Then we did take the over Cutter Crawford, 5 strikeouts yesterday. Only gave us 5, so he pushed. No loss on that one, but not an over. And then we took the over Matt Olson fantasy score. Matt Olson is our player of the week. That's 2 times this week we featured him in the video, and he's come through with a home run, clearing his fantasy score. So 3-0, 4-0, however you want to slice that peach, we were perfect on the day. We look to continue this momentum. We look to keep it rolling today. I have quite a few plays to dig into on the Prizepicks board. So without further delay, let's transition over and start breaking some of these down. All right, here we go. Over on the Prizepicks dashboard, I got 5 plays pulled up that I really am liking today. Man, these these combo props are they're not always on the board super early. A few of them are, but as they start to trickle in, you can find some really strong value. I really like this De La Cruz Nico Horner combo prop here. I also like De La Cruz on his own as well. So these are some plays that I'm liking for today. We will be breaking a few of these down in this video. As always, if you got what you want, I wish you the best of luck. If you want to stick around and listen to me break a few of these down, then buckle up, strap up, because that is what we're about to do. Let's start off. We're going to start off with Bobby Witt Jr. fantasy score of 8.5 versus Carlos Carrasco and the New York Mets. I like the over on this one. We're going to head over to props.cash and break this down. All right, so here we are over on props.cash. I have the last 10 home games pulled up for Bobby Witt Jr. today. Now, I'm always intrigued by players who steal bases because that is a great way to rack up fantasy points. Those are worth 5 points over on Prizepicks. We'll start there. Over his last 10 games at home, Witt Jr. has 2 stolen bases, so there's 10 fantasy points right there. But he's he's on a nice little roll here at home. So if you tally all this up, that's 21, 27, 28, 29, 32, 35 hits, runs, and RBIs in the last 10 home games for Bobby Witt Jr. That's inclusive of 3 homers. He is just hitting the ball well. He's seeing the ball very well. On the season, no history versus Carrasco or even in his career, but on the season versus righties like Carrasco, batting .250 but bringing bigger power to those matchups versus right-handed pitchers with 12 homers, 7 triples, 15 doubles, and 49 singles. Carrasco, on the other hand, is allowing power to right-handed batters like Bobby Witt Jr. So 9 homers, 13 total doubles and triples, and then 28 singles. I really like Bobby Witt Jr. Today based off of what we just talked about, but his stolen base upside is huge. I think he gets another one for us today. The Mets are they're one of the worst teams in the league right now at limiting stolen bases, basically allowing 1 per game. So I think that one comes from Bobby Witt Jr. today. He gets us on the board with a single and then a stolen base. There's your 8 points right there. And boom, he scores a run, and then he finishes the game with 10 plus points. So I'm calling it. Bobby Witt Jr. over 8.5 fantasy score as our first play of the day. All right, let's talk about another dude that has stolen base upside, and I want to talk about Elly De La Cruz today. Fantasy score 8.5. I like the over on this one. We're heading over to props.cash so we can break it down. All right, here we are. Props.cash, last 10 games for De La Cruz. We can even look at his away games, being that this game is being played in Wrigley. In terms of total hits for De La Cruz, we can start there. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, and 12 total hits over his last 10 away games. Hits, runs, and RBIs. Not as strong as Bobby Witt Jr.'s numbers, but those are some crazy good numbers. Let's tally this up. We got 6, 10, 11. We got 13, 15, 22, and 24 total hits, runs, and RBIs. Actually, not too far off from Bobby Witt Jr.'s numbers right there. So, talk about stolen base upside. He has 3 over his last 10 away games. So, stolen base upside is always there for De La Cruz. Taking on Jameson Taillon today. So, no history versus Taillon, but on the season versus righties, 273 batting average, 7 homers, 7 doubles, 3 triples, and 22 singles. Almost identical batting averages to left-handed pitchers, and just not enough power. Not as much power, I should say, versus lefties. Now, Taillon on the season has done a good job at suppressing batting average to right-handed batters, but not so much to lefties. So he's allowing a higher batting average, and he's allowing more power with 11 homers, 26 total triples and doubles, 24 singles. Being that De La Cruz is a switch-hitting batter, I assume he takes the majority of his swings today versus Taillon from the left side of the plate, being that's where Taillon struggles the most. This game also has a projected run total of 10. Cincinnati projected to score around 5. I need De La Cruz to be in on this action super early and often, and swipe us a base too. Get us 5 early points in the game. I think he goes over this line much like we think Bobby Witt goes over his, by way of stolen base and just hitting safely. So give me the over 8.5 fantasy score for De La Cruz, Elly De La Cruz, as our second play of the day. All right, third prop of the day. Let's talk about Kyle Tucker's fantasy score, 7.5. I like the over on this one. Taking on Clark Schmidt in the New York Yankees in Yankee Stadium, new Yankee Stadium. Let's head over to props.cash and break it down. All right, Kyle Tucker's last 10 away games pulled up on the screen. Look at these massive numbers. Hits, runs, and RBIs. I mean, we cannot expect 10, 11 hits, runs, and RBIs in one game, but it's happening for him. So I don't even want to count this. He has like 50 total hits, runs, and RBIs over his last 10 games. Incredible numbers. Lefties in Yankee Stadium are a thing. That's a real thing because of the short porch in right field. Power lefties like Tucker, they thrive. So they should thrive. So Tucker on the season, in his career, no history versus Clark Schmidt. On the season versus righties, you got the lefty-righty matchup, which is always nice. 349 batting average, 7 homers, 10 doubles, and 28 singles. Clark Schmidt, on the other hand, versus lefties, allowing a much higher batting average than he does to righties, 286, 8 homers, 21 total triples and doubles, 32 singles. So higher batting average, almost identical home runs, but just allowing more contact, like more extra base hits to left-handed batters. And that's what we need from Kyle Tucker. I don't believe Kyle Tucker brings in a ton of stolen base upside, but he does have 3 over his last 10 away games. I am curious, though, over his last 10 overall games, he has 3. So, okay, I retract those statements. He has a smidge of stolen base upside. Listen, if Kyle Tucker can get on base and steal us the base, that's an additional 5 points that I really wasn't counting on. I'm looking at his production to be mainly from hits, runs, and RBIs today. But, man, stolen base, I wouldn't be mad about that. With all that being said, the Houston Astros in Yankee Stadium, power lefties in Yankee Stadium, real thing to target here. Kyle Tucker's been on a roll. He's hot. I like the over on this one, and we're going to keep it short and sweet. For play number 3, we're going Kyle Tucker over 7.5 hitter fantasy score. All right, last play of the day. Brandon Pfaadt, 4.5 pitcher strikeouts. This was at 5. I didn't really care for it. Now it's at 4.5, and I like the over. That's how quickly things change. Let's head over to props.cash so we can break it down. All right, here we are, props.cash. Looking at Brandon Fat. I think his last name is pronounced Fat, but that's just fun to say. Fad. Over his last 10 starts, he only has 8 to look at in total. So, gone over this line in 2, only 2. However, his one game, one of those games, I should say, was against this same San Francisco Giants team back on May 14th versus a Giants team who back then was striking out a ton versus righties, and now they're striking out a ton versus righties. 24.7 whiff rate versus right-handed pitching on the season. He is not a 1 strikeout per inning pitcher, but he is close to it. So I'm willing to roll the dice on this one. This one I'm not as, gung-ho on as the Garrett Cole prop yesterday, but he's also in a good position, much like Garrett Cole was. Go ahead and give me the over. Brandon Fat, 4.5 strikeouts, and that's going to be our 4th play of the day. All right, so 5 plays total. This is a lot of plays, right? So this one is a brand new play. I obviously like the over on this one. Elly De La Cruz, we love his fantasy score. I mean, look, 4 is kind of low considering this game has a high run total of 10. I mean, if De La Cruz hits a home run, this thing is already at a push, and we need Nico Horner to get on base one time. I mean, like 100 runs were being scored in this game, in this series. This is ridiculous. So between these two guys, I believe that 4 is a very attainable number, in my opinion. But man, I already like De La Cruz, and I can definitely get down with leveraging this play, playing De La Cruz fantasy scoring one slip, and then playing this combo prop in another slip, and just watching both of those go over. So that's like the 5th play of the video. Not really a deep breakdown, but one that I really like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's video. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you like on the board, as well as your thoughts on these 5 plays that we talked about in today's video. As always, thank you all so much for all your support and helping this channel get bigger every single day. Let's see if we can get 30 likes on this video. 30 likes. Baseball season has been a bit of a slow season on the channel, but let's keep it going. Let's keep this momentum going. Let's have another strong day with these plays. Best of luck to you all should you tail any of these plays. And until tomorrow's MLB player prop video, Chavez is out.